So, herzlich willkommen zurück zu Dragon Age Inquisition. Ich revidiere, was ich in der vorherigen Folge gesagt habe. Wir haben nämlich noch mit ein paar Leuten zu reden. Das sind ein paar mehr, deshalb mache ich jetzt eine kurze Folge, in der ich mich einfach mit den Leuten in meinem Camp unterhalte. Wir werden sehen, ob ich danach noch einmal kurz eine Schnellreise mache und einmal wieder zurück ins Camp und schauen, ob es dann noch ein bisschen mehr zu besprechen gibt. Aber das lassen wir einfach auf uns zukommen.
And what are we supposed to do, exactly?
What you always do. Complain.
We've already spoken with Commander Cullen. No one listens. We've been split up, regardless of our colleges, forced into quarters so small that...
This is not the Circle. You have been conscripted into the Inquisition, like any soldier.
How are we supposed to...
Deal with it.
Nice. Das ist unsere Cassandra.
It never ends, evidently.
You don't need to tell me that.
I just don't know who told them I'm the one to yell at.
Is it that bad?
The mages are too accustomed to running or being kept prisoner. It's not easy for them. It's your doing, after all. You're the one who conscripted them.
Well, I hope it works. What other choice do we have?
Oh. I do sound like I'm blaming you, don't I? I
Yeah.
don't disapprove. In fact, you did well. You made a decision when it needed to be made.
Vielen Dank.
And here we are. I wish I could say this was my doing.
You're flattering me.
I'm not. This always happens.
No.
Nobody ever takes my meaning.
You should see your face.
I'm thinking less flattering things now.
Sie ist so putzig.
Let's hope the breach has your sense of humor.
Ja, Cassandra. Oh. Blut. Ja, einmal durch das Kloppe hier. Soweit ich mich erinnere, hat Varric ist noch was mitzuteilen.
The Mage Rebellion joins the Inquisition. I've got to admit that's a twist I didn't see coming. One thing you saw in the future worries me. I mean, it was all bad. But red lyrium and Ferelden, infecting people and growing out of them, that's bad. Finding more of it really punches a hole in my red lyrium at the temple was a coincidence theory.
Tja.
How long does it take for red lyrium to grow? How fast can it spread?
It took years to infect people in Kirkwall, but no one there was actually ingesting the stuff. This Elder One managed to take the worst thing I can think of and make it worse. That's an accomplishment.
Und er hat es ohne Probleme hinbekommen. Tja, wir müssen das Zeug unbedingt ausschalten.
We can't leave a single piece of that lyrium out in the wild.
I'm with you on that. I've got people trying to find out where the red stuff came from. I think maybe we should make that a priority. But that's enough doom and gloom. You just won a big victory for the Inquisition. What are you going to do to celebrate?
Tja, ich würde sagen, Party machen.
That's a good point. We should celebrate. A banquet. Something like a banquet.
Word to Josephine, and I bet she could arrange anything. Things should be calm around here for at least the next hour. Take a moment to enjoy it. If the world's about to end, I'm sure the Seeker will let us know.
Da hat er in der Tat recht. Jetzt muss ich mich kurz orientieren. Leliana. Oh, Leliana. Mit Leliana haben wir einiges zu besprechen. So. Das wird jetzt relativ wichtig.
There were so many questions surrounding Faria's death. Did he think we wouldn't notice? He's killed Faria, one of my best agents. and knows where the others are. You know what must be done. Make it clean. Painless if you can. We were friends once.
Tja, wir sind wieder an einer Kreuzung angelangt. Was wir jetzt sagen, wird Liliana entweder auf einen etwas freundlicheren oder auf einen harten Pfad führen. Da wir gerne möchten, dass Liliana im Epilog eine ganz bestimmte Sache macht, werden wir sie auf den freundlichen Pfad führen. Denn auch wenn wir hart durchgreifen, sind Ideale wichtig. Ohne Ideale sind wir nur Banditen.
What are you doing?
He betrayed us. He murdered my agent.
And you'd kill him, just like that.
You find fault with my decision?
Tja. Töten ist nicht die Antwort? Oder töten ist verschwenden? Sagen wir doch einfach mal, töten ist verschwenden.
If he has knowledge, then he's a resource. Use him.
He's a loose end who could escape and get word to our enemies. Butler's betrayal put our agents in danger. I condemned one man to save dozens. I may not like what I do, but it must be done. I cannot afford the luxury of ideals at a time like this.
Tja, aber Ideale sind wichtig.
Now is precisely the time for ideals.
You feel very strongly about this. Very well. I will think of another way to deal with this man. Apprehend Butler, but see that he lives. Now, if you're happy, I have more work to do.
So, jetzt haben wir für Liliana den ersten Schritt auf dem Weg zu einer etwas, freundlicheren Existenz geebnet.
Lord, the darkness comes upon me. I shall embrace the light. I shall weather the storm.
Was hast du uns?
You came from the circle at Ostwick, did you not? Senior Enchanter Lydia was a dear friend of mine. Were you at all acquainted?
Wir waren adelig und wir sind ein ziemlich guter Magier, also sagen wir einfach, dass sie meine Mentorin war.
Lydia was my instructor. She was almost a mother to me.
I never met a wiser soul than her. I understand she was killed by one of her own students when the Ostwick Circle rebelled. I think we both agree that this war must end.
Ja, das muss er in der Tat.
The war benefits no one. It must end, and order must be restored.
If only the rebels saw things so clearly. Justinia's death has shattered the balance of power in Thedas. If it is not restored quickly, countless lives will be lost. Mages, Templars, innocent people of all kinds now look to the Inquisition to decide their fate.
Ich werde tun, was ich kann.
I'll try not to let them down.
Failure is a luxury we cannot afford, my dear. For almost 1,000 years, the world believed it was in the hands of the Maker. And now many believe you are the agent of his will. Whatever the truth is, that belief gives you power.
Es wäre vermutlich clever, die Chantry wieder aufleben zu lassen.
Once this is over, the task of speaking for the Maker will be the Chantry's problem again.
That's reassuring to hear. I've stolen enough of your time, my dear. Don't let me keep you.
Kein Problem.
The Inquisition appreciates your assistance in this matter, Lady Corbin.
And my miners appreciate your business. You'll have your lyrium by the end of the week. I should tell you, Ambassador, the Chantry raised some fuss when they learned about our arrangement.
The Inquisition must certainly seem an audacious idea to the Grand Clerics. We hope to convince them it is a necessary one as well.
I'll take my leave. Good day.
Who was she, Ambassador?
A merchant. I thought we should reach out to the dwarves to secure lyrium for the Inquisition's mages. According to Lady Corbin, it raised the ire of the Chantry.
How?
Access to lyrium makes us rather more formidable than anticipated. We're becoming a challenge. Sadly, the remaining Grand Clerics appear to be consolidating the Chantry's power instead of comforting the masses.
Keine gute Idee.
The Chantry should be a place of hope, not another group scrambling for answers.
That must be its strength again. The Chants did much to bridge nations. Little but the Chantry ties Orlais, Nevarra, Ferelden, Antiva, and even Rivain to a common cause.
Has the Chantry truly promoted such peace?
Andraste's chant is familiar across kingdoms, a source of many shared customs. That is the crucial point. Common ground is the start of all negotiations.
Da hat sie in der Tat recht.
I suppose a shared faith can be useful when talking with strangers.
Precisely. And these similar interests are merely where we begin. We must learn to think beyond our own wants to secure peace in Thedas.
Ambitioniert.
Planning to steer the history of the world, Ambassador Montilier?
I believe the Inquisition is already charting that course. Which brings me to a question, if you have a moment. The remaining Grand Clerics sent a missive inquiring about the events at the Temple of Sacred Ashes. They demand to know whether the Inquisition officially claims that Andraste saved you from the breach. If it were up to you, how would you reply?
Will my answer change your reply to the Chantry?
If Leliana, Cassandra, Cullen, and I could agree on our official stance, I could answer that. We should decide soon. The revered mothers don't seem to know what to make of you.
Ich würde sagen, wir konsolidieren unsere Position.
I'd tell the Chantry that Andraste herself shielded me from harm.
I'd truly like to hear the debates that would raise in Val Royeaux. Thank you for your thoughts. A good day to you.
Tja, so viel dazu. Ich schaue mich jetzt noch einmal um, ob ich noch ein paar weitere Gespräche abgreifen kann. Sollte das nicht der Fall sein, sehen wir uns das nächste Mal, wenn wir die etwas größere Mission an. Ich hoffe, es hat euch gefallen und bis dahin.